With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on third down, Fields. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. To throw is Fields. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second and 9, Fitzpatrick. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. First down, Fitzpatrick. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Back to it after the pick six. Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. From the 50, here's Fields. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Fields. Forced out to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First do no harm.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Up the gut, McCaffrey. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. Open man Lamb. It's complete. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Dancing to his left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dave Casper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Here's Fitzpatrick. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Shifts by him. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Forced out to his left. And Eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deacon Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him to first. Play action. It's Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Being chased out left. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Fitzpatrick to throw it. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. His throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 14 yards that time for number 14. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A handoff. McCaffrey running right. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Fitzpatrick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on second and 10. Fitzpatrick. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now Fitzpatrick. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On third down, they go Lynch. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard.